Have you ever felt like you're just stuck on a hamster wheel? You're working harder and harder, but that retirement finish line just seems impossibly far away? Well, what if I told you there was an exit ramp? A way to ease off that aggressive saving and actually start enjoying your life sooner without totally sacrificing your future. That's exactly what we're going to dive into today, this incredible strategy called Coast Fire.
Yeah, this quote from Reddit, it really just hits home, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that pressure cooker so many of us find ourselves in. The whole traditional financial independence, retire early, or FIRE movement can feel like this all-out sprint. It is intense, it's demanding, and honestly, for a lot of people, it can lead to some serious burnout long before you ever get close to that magic number.
But that's where Coast Fire comes in. See, it's not about working until you drop or saving every single penny for decades on end. You should think of it as a powerful alternative, right? It's a strategic off-ramp for anyone who wants to reclaim their time and their mental energy, now, not just in some distant, far-off future.
Okay, so here's the core idea. It's actually pretty simple. You reach a point where your investment portfolio is big enough that you can just stop. You can stop actively saving for retirement. Your existing money, powered by the market, does all of the heavy lifting for you from that point on. It just grows on its own into what you'll eventually need for a comfortable retirement down the road.
So let's be super clear on the difference here. Traditional FIRE means you grind and you grind and you grind until you have enough money to quit working entirely. But with Coast FIRE, the game completely changes. You stop saving for the future, but you still work just enough to cover your present living expenses. And this is what frees you up to maybe take a less stressful job or work part-time or go pursue a passion project that just pays the bills. The pressure is just off.
So you might be wondering, how is this even possible? I know, it sounds a little bit like magic, but I promise you it's pure mathematics. It's all powered by this incredible financial engine.
Whether Einstein actually said this or not, the sentiment is absolutely spot on. Compound interest is one of the most powerful forces in all of finance, and it is the absolute bedrock of Coast Fire. It's the secret sauce that allows your money to work for you instead of you always having to work for your money.
And the concept behind it is just beautifully simple. You earn interest on your interest. That's it. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. Your money earns a little bit, and then that slightly larger pile of money earns a little bit more. And this cycle just keeps repeating, with the growth getting faster and faster and faster over time.
Let's look at a quick example. Say you start with $10,000. After year one, at an 8% return, you've made $800. Easy enough. But in year two, you're not just earning interest on the original $10K, you're earning it on $10,800. So you make $864. The next year, it's even more. Now, it might seem small at first, but over 20 or 30 years, this acceleration becomes an absolutely unstoppable force.
Okay, so that's the theory, that's the math. But what does this look like in the real world? This isn't just some fantasy on a spreadsheet. Let's take a look at some real stories from people who've actually turned the concept of Coast Fire into their everyday reality.
Take this story from a Redditor. They walked away from a high-stress, $160,000 corporate job to one that pays half that. And why would they do that? Because they could. Their investments were already taking care of retirement, so now they get to work for a cause they actually believe in. And when the workday is done, it's actually done. No more late nights, no more weekend emails. I mean, what a powerful trade-off that is.
Or how about this path? Here's a consultant who saved up enough to hit their Coast number by the time they were 29. And now they work a low-stress, 4-day-a-week remote job that's, in their own words, boring and mindless. But hey, it covers the essentials, and more importantly, it gives them the total freedom to go pursue their actual hobbies and interests.
And here's a third flavor of this freedom. This person is literally living their dream job as a wilderness educator. It doesn't require them to work full-time. And because they've already reached Coast Fire, they have the flexibility to just take 2 whole months off in the winter. This is what it's all about, designing a life around your passions, not just your paycheck.
So as you can probably tell from these stories, Coast Fire delivers something so much deeper than just a number in a bank account. The true payoff, really, is a profound shift in how you view your life and your relationship with work.
And ultimately, this is what it all comes down to. Reaching Coast Fire gives you psychological freedom. It cuts the cord that tethers your survival to a specific job or salary. It completely transforms work from this mandatory obligation into an optional choice, which allows you to pursue what you find meaningful or interesting or just plain fun.
And that really brings us to a final, powerful thought. Maybe true financial success isn't about having the biggest portfolio. Maybe, as this one Redditor puts it, Success is when you're so secure in your own plan that the numbers and what anyone else on earth thinks about them, they simply don't matter anymore. So let me ask you, what would that kind of freedom look like for you?